We're going to start seated. Sitting comfortable on our mats, have length in our spine, our necks are nice and long. Let's take a lovely deep breath in, inhale. Big stretch, and as you exhale, bring your hands up through heart space, inhale. And again, inhale. Do two more, breathe in positive energy. Exhale negative thoughts. We're working into the heart chakra. Let's do a lovely spinal twist. Twist to the side, and then over to the other side. And back to the center. Slide over on one side. Big stretch. Back to the center. Over on the other side. Big stretch. And back to the center. And again. And back to the center. And back to the center. Hands to your knees. Just do a wonderful release into the back with an exhalation. Then an inhalation. Float the crown of the head high. Look up to the sky. Exhale round through your back. Arch your spine. And inhale. Lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Two more. Arching through your back. And then inhale in. Lift all the way up. And exhale round through your back, arching through your spine. And then come back to a neutral position. Lovely. Let's come into Dandasana, seated pose. Sitting lengthened and tall, pointing and flexing the feet. Do a lovely little rotation of the heels. Let's inhale all the way up to the sky. And as we exhale, let's melt forward towards their toes. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, melt forward. Slide along your shins into your thighs. And again, let's inhale up to the sky. And as you exhale, melt towards your toes. Breathe, lengthen and stretch. And come along through your shins. And again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to melt. Feel that wonderful stretch. And then slide along your shins. Perfect. Let's come into a lying down position, hugging your knees into your chest and do a lovely massage of your back. A little rock from side to side. Bring your nose towards your knees. Just rock, release. Massage the back, the lower lumbar spine. Then melt your shoulders down and just hug those knees into the chest. Do a wonderful massage of the back. Toes together, open and close. Breathe in, breathe out. Do that wonderful release. Softness in your breath. And then dangle your toes from the sky and then reach up and stretch. Breathing in, feel that wonderful stretch as you pull the toes overhead. Feel that stretch into the back of the thighs, the back of the hamstrings. And then melt your shoulders down. Now just start to pedal your feet as if you're walking on the ceiling. So just mobilize and pedal those feet. If you've got a bike in the sky, wonderful. Breathe in as you stretch and point and lengthen. And then wiggle those toes. Now bring the arms up and circle the wrists. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Stretch and release. Stretching those shoulders up out of the earth. And then a lovely full body stretch. So stretch out the arms, stretch out the legs, big stretch. And then hug the knees into the chest and massage the back, rock from side to side. Let's rock up into a seated position. Come into a forward fold. Breathe, melt and lengthen. And then come into a Dandasana, seated pose, rotating the shoulders. Beautiful. Come into a lovely twist. And a twist on the other side. And a release. Let's come into all fours. Bring your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Let's dip, look up at the sky, release the lower lumbar spine. Round through your back, arch your spine. Dip, look up at the sky. Round through your back, arching the spine. Lifting and rounding. Lifting and rounding. Tuck in the toes and push the earth away with the heels and the toes. Wonderful stretch there. Before pushing up into a downward facing dog, let's pedal the feet and do a lovely heel-toe action with the heels. Open the palms nice and wide and bring that inverted V. Now melt your heels to the earth if you can, dangling the head and the neck. Scoop up through the hips as you feel that stretch down the back of the legs and the elongation of the spine. Beautiful. Start to take steps, walk into the top of the mat, hanging forward fold, and then come up with beautiful, strong sunshine arms. Open the heart, big stretch, and then release. Take the hands through heart space, inhale, exhale, and again, inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, open the heart, and release. Rotate those shoulders. Fantastic. Bring your hands to your heart space. Angelina Mudra, connecting the right and the left sides of your body. Standing tall in mountain pose. Close your eyes, lower your gaze, and feel the earth beneath your feet. Let's inhale up to the sky, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold in half, forward fold. Come into that halfway lift, stretching out the backs of the thighs, and melt down, palms wide. Step back into a plank, melt into baby cobra, uncurling the toes, elbows close to the body, and push up into an up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders, softness in your breath. Tuck your toes, push into downward facing dog, scoop up your hips, melt your heels, dangle your head. Pushing the earth away with the hands, bending the knees and driving the chest to the sides. Softness in your breath. Step into the top of the mat, forward fold, come up into a beautiful extended mountain pose and bring your hands to your heart space. Let's do that again. Inhale, big lift. Exhale, melt. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt. Step back into plank. Melt into baby cobra, uncurl the toes and float up into an up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Sink back into child's pose, extended child's pose, melting the bottom into the heels, fingers to the top of the mat, feel these stretch into the back. Make sure the palms are wide and the hands are melting into the earth as you melt your forehead down into the earth and your heels into your bottom. Come into all fours, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, scoop up your hips, dangle your neck, and push the earth away with your hands. Come up onto your tiptoes, bend your knees and float to the top of the mat, forward fold. Come up into a beautiful extended mountain pose and bring your hands to your heart space. Lovely. Scoot back into chair pose, weight into the heels, away from the toes. Open the heart, relax the shoulders, softness in your breast. Step back with one leg into warrior one, melting the heel down, interlace the fingers. Big sword above your head. The hips are square to the top of the mat. The back leg is straight and strong. Open into cactus arms, waterfall arms. And then step to the top of the mat, back into chair pose, weight into the heels. Come up and open up the heart as you release the chest. Beautiful. Sink back into chair, weight into the heels, away from the toes. Melt your heels down. Can you lift your toes? Can you open your heart? Option, hands across your heart if you have any shoulder issues. Step back into a warrior one. Interlace the fingers, sword above your head, squaring the hips to the top of the mat. Open into cactus arms, shine the heart. Full arms. Length from the crown of the head down to the heels. Step forwards and come back into chair. And then scoop up. Extended high prayer. Melt forwards, forward fold. Sway, release, let go. Softness in your breath. Let the arms hang, let the neck dangle. Beautiful. Come into chair. Ooh. And release the shoulders into chair, weight into heels. Let's do a little swing and a bounce into that chair. Ooh, lovely. So your knees are aligned, your hips square to the top of the mat, and you do a little bounce, and then you come up into an extended mountain pose, and then down into a forward fold. Halfway lift, and melt. Palms down, step back into a plank. Hold in plank, nice and strong. Tilt forwards, melt your knees, elbows close to your body. Baby cobra. Lift into an up dog. Lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Softness in your breath. Take your gaze over your shoulders and feel that wonderful release. Tuck in your toes. Go into downward facing dog. Scoop up the hips, melt the heels, dangle the head. Come up onto those tiptoes, bend the knees, drive the chest to the thighs. Look into the top of the mat, step or jump to the top of the mat. And come up into an extended mountain pose. And bring your hands to your heart space. Inhale up to the sky, exhale down to the earth. Halfway lift, stretching, lengthening, melting, palms to the earth, into a plank, holding plank, melting into baby cobra, uncurling the toes. Lift into up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders, softness in your breath. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, scoop up your hips, melt your heels, do a little pedal of the feet. Bending at the knees, driving the chest to the thighs, and then take your gaze to the top of the mat. Step or jump to the top of the mat. And come up into an extended mountain pose. And bring your hands to your heart space. Lovely. Let's step wide on the mat so the toes are pointing to the edges of the mat, the hips are square. Open up the arms. Are the wrists roughly level with the ankles? Inhale those arms up, big stretch. Exhale those arms down. Bring the energy up from the earth as you inhale. Exhale back down. Wonderful. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Turn one set of toes to the edge of the mat. Come into warrior two. Squaring the hips. Melting the shoulders down. So the knees at 90 degrees. The hips are square to the edge of the mat. The back leg, the toes, pointing to the edge, and you're pushing the heel away, holding it here. Turn your palms to the sky. Let's inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Melt down your back leg. Lift your top arm. Humble, peaceful warrior. Bringing that elbow to that knee and float up and over. Side angle pose, and lift the top arm up and over, not dumping the weight here on your knee, but resting lightly. Open the heart. If you can, extend the arms out and stretch. Come back into warrior two. Humble, peaceful warrior. Reverse triangle, straighten both legs. And then come back to warrior two. Perfect. Turn into the front, melting your hands to the earth. Come down into a baby cobra, uncurling the toes. Lift into up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders, softness in your breath. Feel that stretch into the torso. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog, scoop up the hips, melt the heels, dangle the neck. Breathing in, breathing out. Look to the top of the mat, step or jump to the top of the mat. And then come up into a beautiful extended mountain pose. And bring your hands to your heart space. Again, standing wide on the mat. Toes pointing to the edges of the mat. Open the heart. Lift and lower. And lower. Two more. Last one. Yes. Turn the other set of toes to the edge of the mat. Come into warrior two on the other side. Melting down into warrior two, reaching and stretching. Sink the tailbone under and then turn the palms. Inhale, exhale. One more. Lovely. Melt down your back leg, lift your top arm, humble, peaceful warrior. Keeping that back leg straight and strong as you stretch into that lovely reverse warrior. Bringing the elbow to the knee, hovering, not dumping the weight, and float over. Take that top arm up and over, and if you were holding a moon or a beach ball, hold it here. Coming back into warrior two, reverse humble warrior, and then reverse triangle, straighten both legs. Big stretch. And then come back into warrior two. Turning your body, hands to the floor, come into a plank, melt into baby cobra, uncurl the toes, and then lift into a beautiful up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Feel that stretch into the torso. Sink back into the heels, extended child's pose, melting the bottom to the heels, the head to the earth. Wonderful. Let's come forwards and lie down on the floor and bring your hands down by your sides, drawing back, drawing the shoulders up and back, melting the hips into the earth and start to float up from the thighs, the toes. Open up the heart. It's a wonderful opening of the chest, holding it here. Now melt your ear to the mat and sink your shoulders down. Inhale, float up, shoulders away from the mat. Balance on your ribs and your hip bones as you open your heart. And then the other ear to the mat, melt to the earth. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, melt and release. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, melt and release. Now if you can, as you lift and open, can you reach back to the heels, come into a bow? Some of you will be able to, some of you won't. Now if you can reach your toes, pull your chest open, stretch out your heart. Oh, wonderful. And then release. Bring your fingertips to your breastbones and push up into all fours, arching and rounding your back and sink into extended child's pose, melting the forehead to the earth. And then come into a kneeling position if your body allows, and just release the shoulders down and away. Beautiful. If kneeling's not your thing, bring the legs out in front. But if you can sit into the heels and feel that lovely stretch into the front of the ankles, it's a lovely pose. If kneeling just doesn't do it for you, bring the legs out in front. Lovely. Everyone bring your legs out in front. Give those legs a little shake. And let's counter pose by bending the knees, floating the arms up and melting the chest to the thighs. Really letting go. So if you can hold your toes, pull the toes towards you, pull away with the toes and straighten the legs as much as you can. Feel that wonderful stretch. And then release. Perfect. Bringing one knee into the chest, take it over the straight leg, and at the same time flex the foot of the straight leg. Hug that knee in and take the opposite hand and hug the knee into a half Lord of the Fish. Breathe in, make room to stretch and lengthen, looking over your shoulders, melting the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful stretch. And let's swap sides. Let's inhale, bring the knee in, flexing the foot, shoulders away from the ears. Take the leg over, opposite hand, hugs the knee. And you feel that wonderful stretch into the side body. And then release. Let's do a little counter pose. Wonderful. Let's sit in toddler's pose. Bringing the soles of the feet together, holding on to the toes. And let's do a little rock from one hip to the other, from one buttock cheek to the other. Wonderful. Holding on to the toes and then pull up, lengthen through, make the neck long. Draw the crown of the head high and draw the chin so it's facing the sky, and pull with the hands and feel the stretch across the front of the chest. Exhale, round through your back, arch your spine. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, float up to the sky, let the shoulders melt from the ears. Exhale, round through your back and arch your spine. Inhale, lift the crown of the head and float up. Exhale, round through your back and arch your spine. Let's do that again. Inhale, big lift, melt the shoulders from the ears. Exhale, round. Perfect. Just straighten one leg and take your hands to one leg. Start to mobilize into the hip joints. Do a wonderful circular action. So it's the opposite hand. Reach in, stretch in, lengthening. Now hug the knee into the chest. And then take the side of the heel into the crease of the elbow. And then just hug that leg into the chest if you can. Do a side view. The thigh is led towards the body is lengthened. Holding it here. Wonderful. So it's called rocking of your baby. Give your baby a kiss. Wonderful. Bring your heel onto your thigh. And sit tall. Create that lovely length. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Beautiful. Let's swap sides. We'll bring the other leg into the chest. Massage and rock the hips. And again, if you have a tight hip, it may be difficult. This is my tight hip. Bring the side of the heel into the crease of the elbow. If not, just hold the foot in your hand. Massage and rock. And again, kiss your baby. Lovely. Perfect. And then place the foot onto the thigh. Ease it down. And again, because this is a tight hip, the knee is quite high. Excellent. And then release. Let's bring those legs out in front and melt down towards the earth. Inhale, and as you exhale, beautiful. Slide along your shins and just rotate those shoulders. Let's come into a bridge position. So melt your feet down, bottoms down, knees bent, buttock cheeks into the earth, hips square to the ceiling, and start to just rock and massage the pelvis. Now with your hands by your sides, start to float the hips high, push the weight into the heels, and come up into a beautiful bridge, extending up as high as you can, melting your shoulders underneath, and open your heart. If you're able to take your base of your hands and push your hips up that little bit higher, really opening the heart. This is a lovely opening of the heart chakra, so the chest is open, the ribs are open, the hips are high. And then slowly reconnect, melt into the earth. Lovely. And again, do that little rock and tilt and squeeze the buttocks, float the hips high, weight into the heels, push up to the sky. Palms can either be into the earth, pushing the earth away, palms to the buttocks, lifting the hips higher, open the heart. So your eyes look into the ceiling, your shoulders are melting into the ground, and you're into that beautiful bridge position. Slowly melt your back into the earth and come down all the way. Now can you bring the soles of your feet together? Open out your inner thighs and just let those hips just melt open. Take your hands to your groin area and just ease those knees open a little bit more, opening those hips. Do that lovely little rock from side to side, bound angle pose. Place your hands on your hips. Push them down. Let your shoulders melt into the earth as if it was fluffy cloud. Now bring those arms into cactus arms, palms facing the sky, open the chest. Close your eyes, lower your gaze, and feel the chest rise and fall. Let's inhale through the nose. Feel the chest expand, and then exhale, feel the chest sink. again. Take your hands to your inner thighs and just do a lovely little rock and a massage. Slide your hands to the outer knees and then place the feet flat on the floor. And then start to rock the hips down or the knees down one at a time. And feel that stretch into the lower back as you windscreen wiper your hips from side to side. The chest is still open, the arms, the palms facing the sky, and we're just rocking from side to side, massaging into the lower lumbar spine. Drop your knees one way, head and eye gaze to the other side. Wonderful. And then when the knees drop down, take the hand closer to the knees and just draw the knee across a little bit more, feeling more of a stretch. Eyes looking away from the knee. And then back to the center. And the same on the other side. Again, take the hand to the top knee and just draw it across, keeping the shoulders in contact with the floor. Feel that wonderful stretch. And then back to the center. Let's hug the knees into the chest and do a massage and a rock to the back. Bring the knees into the armpits and then just hug in, bringing the shoulders off. Let's come into happy baby pose. Elbows to the inner knees, hands to the toes, lift the feet to the sky. Melt your shoulders back down and just do a little rock into the back. And if you can, let's get a little playful with the legs, straightening and bending. And stretch out, and stretch out, and stretch out. And then stretch out both legs, pulling the toes towards you, opening the hips into a lovely V. And bend the knees in, bring the elbows to the inner side, and just come into happy baby, rocking, opening, releasing, straightening the legs, stretching out, bringing the knees into the chest, and then back up. So the elbows are into the inside of the knees as they come in. You pull in, and then you lift and stretch out. You pull in, and then you lift and stretch out. So the elbows are into the inner knees as you lift and stretch. One more time. And then just dangle the toes from the sky, dangle the arms. Give the legs a little shake, give the arms a little shake. And then hug the knees, massage the back. And then whirl into a little upside down child's pose, bringing the nose to the knees. And then rock up and down. Massage in the back. One more time, and then come up into that seated position, crossing the legs. Now feel how much open the hips are, and just mobilize the neck. And again. Stretching and mobilizing the back. And then lift the crown of the head up to the sky, melt the shoulders. Beautiful. Let's come into a little swing, side to side. Perfect. Take those arms up. And lovely. Breathe in that energy and then ready to face the day. Mobilize the neck. Perfect. So we're going to go into our meditation now. you need to leave, that's fine. Otherwise, we're going to just relax in meditation. Take a lovely deep breath in through the nose, fill in the lungs, and then feel the chest rise and then fall. Feel the sound vibration going through the body. We release, let go. Just relaxing the mind and the body.
With closed eyes, allow yourself to rest comfortably into your breathing. Feel yourself within your body, relaxing fully. Take a deep breath in fully into your belly and relax into the exhale. Feel the support beneath you as you sit comfortably, connecting with the environment around you. Become aware of the sounds you may be hearing. Take a full breath in and let it all out. Allow your body to release what it no longer needs to hold on to. Let it go, flowing out and away. Begin to sense the space around you. Breathe in this space and become aware of the rise and fall of your breath. Breathe down to where the weight of your body rests, below the base of your spine, to your root, your chakra of belonging. Breathe into your root. Let it soften and gently expand on your breath, taking in nourishment and life force energy. Allow your root to connect down to grounds below, deep into the earth. And envision a light of glowing red energy surrounding the base of your spine, empowering, embodying, grounding you in the here and now. Let your root take what it needs. Allow your awareness to move up just below your belly button, your chakra of emotional intelligence, choice, creativity, movement, and pleasure. Feel yourself breathe into this area. Let it gently soften and expand on your breath, taking in nourishment and life force energy. And envision a glowing orange light enter as you breathe, balancing, empowering, motivating. moving your awareness up to the soft area below your breastbone, to your solar plexus, your chakra of personal power. Breathe into here, allowing your solar plexus to soften and expand on your breath. And invite in the color yellow. Bathe your solar plexus with sunshine, replenishing, restoring, nurturing, letting your solar plexus take what it needs. Focus now on the center of your chest, to your heart, your chakra of self-development and unconditional love. Gently breathe into your heart, letting it soften and expand on your breath. And invite in green light, the color of spring. Bathe your heart center with nourishment, renewal, healing. Let your heart take what it needs. Moving your attention up to your neck, to your throat, your chakra of self-expression and personal will. Allow your throat center to soften, expand, envisioning a blue glowing energy. Breathe this energy into your throat center, clearing, opening, softening, freeing self-expression and creativity. Let your throat take what it needs. Move your focus now up to the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows, to your third eye, your chakra of wisdom and intuition, gently allowing it to soften, expand, and breathe. Invite in indigo, the velvety color of night sky. Bathe your third eye with indigo, soothing, balancing, bringing clarity, insight, and understanding. Let your third eye take what it needs. Moving up now to the top of your head, to your crown, your chakra of oneness, allowing your crown to breathe. And gently, in a warm light, softly bathing your crown, balancing, restoring, harmonizing. Let your crown take what it needs. Now feel your entire body as if you were your own skin, feeling the entire outline of your body. You may feel some excess energy radiating out. With focus and intention, direct this energy to your belly, as you can store it there for whenever you may need it. And before you end this meditation, hold yourself for a few moments with loving kindness for the beautiful, unique being that you are.
Slowly take a lovely deep breath in, and then flicker open your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart space. By your actions, let's only do good deeds. Bring your hands to your lips. By your words, only say kind things. Only say to others what we'd once said to ourselves. And then bring your hands to your third eye, your forehead, your intuition. And by your thoughts, let's only think kind thoughts. From the love and the light that shines within me to you, until I'm able to guide you through your practice again. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Ooh,